Hello, my name is John Kattar and I'm a professional investor. Today I'm talking about artificial intelligence and alternative data and how they're changing investing, and why that means they should be on the radar screen of anyone involved in corporate reporting. Okay, let's start with the elephant in the room. No, I don't see myself being made redundant by some hyped up algorithm just yet. I'll explain why in a moment. But let me start by outlining what's going on in the industry. Investors have always been early adopters of technology. Day in, day out, we're faced with a tsunami of information about macroeconomics, politics, regulatory changes, and of course, information about companies themselves, products, competitive environment, financials. So anything that helps us to cut through the noise to unearth the actionable data is extremely useful. Machine-based learning, often referred to as AI, is just the latest iteration of analytical tools to help in this effort. So, how is AI being used? There are three broad buckets: finding data, reading and structuring data, and finally, analyzing data. Let's take each of these in turn. First, finding data. Alternative data is the term used by investors to describe information about a company that's not deliberately reported by that company. If you're not up to speed on this topic, the ACCA had a good article in a recent edition of AB Magazine. Why is this something you should focus on? Because companies really need to know what investors know about them. Not least because management can quickly look a little foolish or even shady if they're saying stuff that the data contradicts. So, what kind of things can investors track? Well, the choices are limited only by the imagination and budget of the user. For example, you can buy credit card receipt data to track purchases for specific products, or monitor app usage to track broad categories. Geolocation data allows us to analyze foot traffic or the location of oil tankers. Some even track corporate jet movements to try to spot the next big M&A deal. It really is mind-blowing to see how much data is out there. I think most people would be amazed, and frankly horrified, to learn how much they know about us. Moving on, AI is also used to tag or structure data from reports or websites. This is important because most of the data scraped from the internet is unstructured, and therefore difficult to analyze. There are also techniques for determining interest in and reaction to what's reported, an increasingly fruitful area for spotting investment opportunities. Finally, machine learning is used to analyze data. Here again, the number and complexity of the relationships of the available data is extraordinary. Given enough computing power, we can spot linkages between data sets that you would never have imagined. So, does this mean it's time for me to hang up my calculator and retire to some tropical beach? Sadly, no. It's still down to investors to figure out a strategy, to come up with credible and hopefully relatively untapped sources of data, and then to figure out whether the resulting analysis is useful or not. This is particularly important when you're talking about long-term trends, things like climate change or shifts in consumer behavior. And that's it for now. Till next time.